Hello, everybody. It's Diane Brandon Moody here again. Welcoming you back to my 12 episode mini marathon on my podcast, 50 Something Love. I'm very happy that you're here. Today's episode is all about what exactly is Simply Irresistible. If you weren't in the Same Man, Different Outfit program on Thursday, July 9th, then you're not aware that I launched Simply Irresistible Collective, and I'm very excited about it. I took a look at the beta last year and I made some significant changes, which I would be happy to talk to you about in a love audit. But what Simply Irresistible was designed as is for me, I designed it for myself pre 2018. I designed it for the me that wanted love in my life so badly, and the me that was doing something wrong all the time in finding it. I was angry. I was sad. I got tired of being asked, when are you going to get married? Or like, why are you still single? What's wrong with you because you're still single? You're pretty. Why can't you get married? Why can't you find a guy? Blah, 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 blah. And all of that was just absolutely devastating to me to keep hearing that and to keep trying to keep opening my heart and not nothing working out very well. I'll just put it that way. It just didn't. And my life changed in the 2016, 2017 area. I was with a lot of women, and we were dancing a lot, and we were learning how to metabolize our darker feelings because metabolizing them are very important. Nobody with any intelligence about how the brain works is going to tell you that you are not allowed to be angry or be sad or anything like that, because that is simply part of the human experience. It happens. So anybody who says that, just like ignore them. Where work has gone so much in the last few years is how to metabolize it so that it doesn't stay lodged in your heart, in your soul, in your brain, and becomes a hindrance to who you are, to finding love or anything like that. So, without even actually trying to, I found ways to metabolize all that I'd been carrying around. And then I became magnetic because I was able to metabolize all this. It was extremely important. And you know the rest of the story about putting it out on Craigslist because my intuition told me to and wouldn't shut up until, until I did. So you know the rest of this, but that's what really changed. So it came about because I didn't want another single woman to have to go through that experience unless she wanted to. If you are the woman out there and you are so happy on your own, you have freedom, you love freedom, you have finances, you love your finances, you have your friends, you're happy, you're not stuck in anger or sadness, and you're not stuck in wanting a relationship that you can't have. If you are that happy woman, Simply Irresistible may not be for you. If you are the woman, I know it's very common for people of a certain age, myself included, for us to say, well, I don't need a man, but I want one. That right there is repellent energy, and that can drive them away really fast. But I digress. So, anyway, like I was saying, if you're the really happy woman on your own, then you probably are okay on your own. I don't know if Simply Irresistible is for you. You're welcome to book a love audit on my website and would be happy. I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you. However, if you are the type of woman who is scared to death that you're going to leave this lifetime without love, without a partner you can count on, without another human being to lie in bed and laugh with at night, another person to help with what goes on in the home and life if you're sick or injured or had surgery or something like that, and you don't feel like you have that person you can depend on, then please, please, please book a love audit call and let's talk. What I have done, I will go over the details in depth with anybody who calls, but here are a couple of the things that I've changed. The main one being the program is still 12 weeks long. This is the learning that I think you need. We start out with calming the nervous system, calming your body. Your body hangs on through your brain, through the algorithm that is your nervous system, to the hurts, to the danger, to the threats you've had in your life. So, we're talking about small t trauma in the trauma world. What that means is big T trauma may be rape, sexual assault, your life is threatened, you were kidnapped, something very severe like that. I'm not a trauma therapist. Those would be the job of a trauma therapist. I know what my lane is, and that isn't it. So work on your trauma, do your trauma therapy, and then come back, and I'd be more than happy to talk to you. I have worked with people with trauma, but they took the responsibility of working with someone to get at least a few layers of that handled before they came to me. So we've extended it to a full year in terms of membership, and it's all one price. You don't have to keep paying. It's one price where you get the 12 weeks of lessons and learnings, and some of them will be more difficult for you than others. Some of them may be easier for you than for other women in the group. Some of them may be just super basic that you consider super basic. That's okay because not everybody comes from the same place. And some of them are going to make you just feel absolutely gobsmacked between the eyeballs that how did you not know this? How did you get to be this age without knowing this kind of stuff? So that's what 12 weeks of study is like. During that 12 weeks, every week we have a coaching session that's on Tuesday nights in case you need to know about the day, time, see if you're available. It's recorded and it is sent to the people in that cohort. So it's not sent to other cohorts, it's sent to your cohort. And then after that 12 weeks, you're welcome to stay in there as long as you want to, up to a year. That's up to 9 months of camaraderie with other women, of someone to bounce questions off of. I had a really terrible date last night. Can you help me and let me know what you might have done differently? Or I had the best date ever and now I'm afraid that I'm going to do something dumb. Can you help me strategize this? So we do a lot of nervous system work, but we also do tactics. Here's how to write an ad if you want to write an ad, if you want to be online. You don't have to be online. We have other ways of doing that. But if you want to be online, here's how to write an ad. And actually, I even share the copy of the ad that I wrote that got me 300 responses if you're a VIP because it worked really well. It was pretty unique and it was pretty awesome. So there are bonuses in there. I can go over them with you if you book the call. But that's what it looks like in what is the single biggest change is we're not done in 12 weeks. I have a Slack channel. You can reach me with questions. You can send me an email. I am very good at responding to messages. I'm not somebody who disappears with messages. So, you can reach me and ask me those questions if you feel stumped. Now, the goal of Simply Irresistible is that you learn how to think for yourself because I want you to understand how all of this works so that you can make your own decisions going forward. There's a point in there where I kind of bat it back to you. Well, what do you think you should do? How do you think that should go? Let's talk through it. If you want this and this has happened, then what's the best way of going about that? Because I really and truly do want you to figure it out yourself so that you don't need me for the rest of your life. But I get it. When you're learning, there's always something to ask about when you're first getting the hang of it. And that's what I'm there for. So there will be lots and lots of coaching and lots of room for questions. So, yeah, and then if you really want to stay in, you can come back for the next year. The membership price for the year will be considerably less than what you pay for Simply Irresistible because you're just coming back for the membership to hang around and be of service to other people if you want to, or maybe not. Maybe you just want to ask questions. You may want to, after you finish Simply Irresistible, you may only want to show up once a month or whatever, just to keep your feet in. That's up to you. You don't have to be there every week if you don't want to. So I may have just confused it for you in the best way to get more answers or to go to dianebrandonmoody.com/love audit and book that call quick because we close on Tuesday, July 14th, and it's coming up, and I would love to have you in it. So please book the call. If you have any questions, if you are interested in knowing more, give me a shout at info@dianebrandonmoody, and I will be happy to answer for you. Meanwhile, I'm looking forward to you joining the group because it is going to be freaking amazing. See you next time, tomorrow.